Fitness and nutrition expert Traci Mitchell is here with the next weight loss trick. It's to get pickled.
That's right. Now, pickling really starts with the vinegar. A little bit of vinegar in pickled vegetables can really do a lot of good. Now, vinegar not only controls our blood sugar level, but also reduces the amount of insulin that's released into the body. And the cool thing about pickles is that you don't just have to go toward cucumbers. You can also choose red cabbage, asparagus, tomatoes, your favorite vegetables. You get the great bang for your buck by getting the nutrients out of the vegetables and the benefits of vinegar as well.
Traci has actually got another tip. This is an interesting one. You can use a skinny glass when ordering a drink. So now we're socializing a little bit more.
That's right. Now, who doesn't love a glass of red wine? Now, this glass right here looks small enough, but it actually contains about 8 ounces. 8 ounces of red wine, ounce for ounce, 1 ounce of red wine is about 25 calories. So this small 8-ounce glass right here is about 200 calories, which is quite a lot.
All right. So let's demonstrate this. We'll both pour this into the equal-sized measuring cups. And just visually, you can see the difference there. Doesn't seem like a big deal, but those 3 ounces add up to about 75 calories every time you have a drink. So every time you order, think about this. These little tips, again, will take off those pounds without your body realizing you're doing it, so it helps your hormones support the endeavor. That's how you lose weight for a long period of time.
This is going to be, yay! This is not necessarily 6 weeks, guys, okay? So this is as long as it takes, and there's a schedule in there. Awesome. And then I'll be adjusting the schedule as need be. Okay. But you'll see that the workouts are all scaled at beginning, intermediate, and advanced. And after I get a chance to talk to you, figure out where your fitness level is, kind of get an assessment on pre-existing injuries. I think you said you had a basketball injury, for instance. You know, we want to kind of figure out where you are, where you are right now with your fitness plan, if you're active right now, if you haven't done anything. Doesn't matter where you start from, right now is what counts. And so, put everything behind you, and let's just move forward, okay? So we can make a big difference in the next couple months, and I really want you to be happy with this, and I think you will be. So, the workouts are all largely body weight oriented. They're all high intensity interval based, okay? So that means, think of it like this. For the next 8 weeks, 8 weeks or so, half the time, you don't have to do anything, okay? So
then you're going to kick our...
Deep,
right.
Deep, that's so nice. And then the other half, you're going to give me all you got for between 45 minutes and an hour a day, okay? So that's what it breaks down to. And I promise that each of those workouts will really leave you feeling good. Now, there are a lot of benefits to that. One is that it's going to be a metabolic shifter for you, okay? It's going to largely hone in on boosting your growth hormone, which is going to boost muscle growth in your body. It's going to burn fat. It's also going to elevate your emotions, your opiates, your natural feel-good hormones are going to be kicking in too. So you'll feel really good and you'll become addicted to this in no time.
Okay,
yeah.
good.
Yeah. You're going to love it. Good. I'm going to be on you.
You're saying is a shoulder press squat. Let me move back here so you have some room.
Okay, so you want to take a weight that's about 5 to 15 pounds and holding it in your arms, bringing your arms out to about a 90-degree angle, and keep your feet about hip width apart. Bring it up into a shoulder press, bring it right down into a squat. Back to a shoulder press, right down into a squat. Super simple. You're working the glutes, you're working the shoulders, big muscles of the body. Repeat this about 15 times.
Show us the form again, because I know it's so difficult when people squat, where they're supposed to be for their back, etc.
Right. Okay, so pushing it straight up, arms straight up overhead, and then drop it right down. Keep your heels firmly planted. Put a lot of the emphasis in the glutes. So when you bring it down into a squat, keep the knees over the toes. Try to keep your abs drawn in and make it one smooth motion.
Okay, now what about the side plank?
So the side plank is a little bit more of a challenging position, but anyone can do it.
Okay.
So you come down onto a mat or the floor, wherever you are, putting your hand down out. Try to stack your feet on top of one another and just raise your arm up into the air and take a look at that hand. Really extend through the arm all the way up, draw the abs in, keep the hips up, and if this is a little bit too challenging for you at first, what you can do is bring it down, come down onto your forearm, stack the feet, and bring it back up, raise the arm up in the air. Great ab workout, really gets into the shoulders and the arms as well.
Okay, any warning signs of one thing you absolutely should not do when you're doing that exercise?
If you have anything going on with your wrist, if you have any carpal tunnel or anything going on with your wrist at all, maybe monitor that. There are always other alternatives for ab exercises.
Lunge twist.
Lunge twist is a good one. This anyone can do again. You're going to be standing with your feet about hip width apart. Take a medicine ball or weighted object, maybe dumbbells. Bring your arms straight out, pull your shoulders back, take a step out, and rotate about 45 degrees. Really watch the abs and keep them drawn in. Take a step back and alternate. Rotate. Bring it back. And
But
just
you're
repeat.
rotating to the side that your leg's on.
Rotating to the lead leg side.
Okay.
Absolutely. Really draw it in.
Okay. Oh my gosh, those look a little rough. Now I know we have one more, so we only have a couple more seconds here. Your final one that you say is the plie squats with your arms extended?
Plie squat, super simple. Bringing your feet out to about a 45-degree angle, heels right underneath your bottom. Bring your arms straight out, pull your shoulder blades back, drop it down into a plie type position. So modified plie position. Bring it down, bring it right back up, really squeezing through the inner thighs, through the bottom. Holding your arms out this long actually is a good shoulder workout.
Okay.
Sabotaging your efforts without even realizing it. In today's Focus on Family, we're looking at the hidden sugars in some of your favorite foods. Traci Mitchell is a nutrition and fitness coach, and she has more details. Welcome. Thank you for coming in this morning. So people know, typically, sugar is bad for you.
Yeah, pretty much. I think as a country, we're pretty conscious of that. I think we know soda's bad for us. I think we know cookies and candies are bad for us.
But we don't know how much we should have. So you brought in a prop to show us how much we should have.
Yeah, exactly. So the American Heart Association recommends that children should have no more than 3 teaspoons of sugar a day. And this is what 3 teaspoons looks like. It's not a lot.
No.
Women should have no more than 6 teaspoons. And men, well, they get 9 teaspoons.
Not fair.
Not fair,
Not
but
fair
that's
at
what
all.
they get. That's what they get.
All right. So we say that sometimes there's hidden sugars in foods that we don't realize. So we're going to start over here. Nutri-Grain bars.
Right.
Everyone grabs one of those in the morning before they head out.
Exactly, right. I mean, healthy grab-and-go foods, right?
There you go.
Healthy-sounding foods that oftentimes, like, good-intentioned parents put in their kids' lunches. Nutri-Grain bars, all of these foods, by the way, have 3 teaspoons. So here we hit our kids' limits with what the maximum intake of sugar should be. So Nutri-Grain bars have 3 teaspoons of sugar in them. Mott's, these lovely fruit snacks have, and they even state on the label, says fruit and vegetable juice right here.
Real
and
fruit.
1 serving has 3 teaspoons. Now 1 serving, look at that.
That's not a lot.
That's
what is
9.
that, 9?
9. Is that gonna satisfy your
Well,
appetite?
pudding, I would expect it to be in pudding.
You would, but now look at, if you're a parent and you're like, oh, it's fat-free, it's only got 90 calories, it's not that bad. But gosh, I mean, that's a lot of sugar if you think about it.
No pudding.
No pudding.
Okay, well, this.
Breakfast
cinnamon
foods.
toast. Yes.
Right. I mean, you'd expect it. You'd expect it.
Yeah.
But still, you know, breakfast foods are notorious for having sugar loaded in them. 4 teaspoons of sugar is jammed into these little waffles. Now, if I don't know if you have kids, but I've got kids at home, and let me tell you, they'd laugh at this and they'd say, I want my syrup on there and other sugar-laden
And
products
they
as
wanna
well.
add more.
Right. And then they've more than doubled their sugar intake.
Now, you can find out how much sugar is in something by just looking at the nutrition label. I'm
Right.
gonna
Now,
flip
if you
this
look at the
around.
back of that, you'll see right underneath the carbohydrate, where it says total carbohydrate, you'll see where the sugars are. And that's an important thing for you to look at when you're buying certain foods until you get used to what you know you need to buy. Sure. Because that's going to be a good indicator of how much sugar is in something. Now, 1 teaspoon of sugar has about 4 grams. So if you do some quick math, you'll know that that's got a few teaspoons of sugar in it.
Yeah. Sorry, Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Sorry, bud.
Now, this is shocking.
Yeah.
Soup.
Yeah, right.
Tomato soup.
A few teaspoons shy of a can of soda. Would you believe it? Okay, so now this is even a healthier request, right? Tomato soup, America's favorite. And like the adult foods, you know, like the things we think are going to help us out a little bit. Both
Power
of these
bars.
products, power bars, or even a lot of energy bars in general, this has 6 teaspoons of sugar in it. That's a whole heck of a lot.
And in this case, we're drinking all of the sugar. Vitamin
right.
water. Everybody grabs
Yeah.
this thinking that it's healthy.
This is practically a soda without carbonation. Right? And then your protein fluids as well. I mean, just buyer beware. Read the labels and really get a good idea of what you're getting yourselves into.
Are there a lot of foods out there that don't have actual sugar, a lot of sugar content?
There are. You're right. I mean, this is not all doom and gloom. I mean, if you shop the perimeter of your grocery store, chances are that you're going to be finding a lot of foods that have naturally occurring sugar in them, which isn't as bad as food that has been stuffed with added sugars in them.
And this is what this is. These are foods
Exactly.
that have been added sugar.
Exactly.
Traci, that is so informative. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
coming in. Making us feel bad.
That's what I'm here for.